But now joining us is Erik Bigalk and Nirma Ledford from Moodoff Day. What is Moodoff Day, you may ask? Well, we are about to find out. Thanks for being with us, Erik and Nirma.
Thank you for
Thanks
having us.
Now, tell us, what is Moodoff Day about? What's this concept about and how did it all come about?
Well, Moodoff Day started about 6 years ago. It was inspired by Tapas Sinapati, who...
Tapas Sinapati, he's the founder?
He's the founder of Moodoff Day, and it's got a funny story behind it and a real one as that. He kept having conflict with his wife about the use of their phones while...
Like we all do.
Guilty as charged. And one day he's sort of driving back in the driveway at home, sort of hit the post on the corner, and they had this sort of thing, oh, you're going to have an accident with using the phone while you're driving, and no, leave me alone. And then that happened, and he said, well, I'm going to do something about it, because of course we're not alone in doing this. And that literally sparked the Moodoff Day to be initiated, and I got involved with it in that first year. And as I said, it's been 6 years now, and we've reached out to a lot of phone users.
So it's
over
about
that time.
stopping smartphone addiction, or encouraging people to get offline?
It's more so about raising the awareness whether we are choosing to use these devices or whether the devices actually kind of tend to control us more.
Oh, okay. So we're talking not just teenagers and young people, we're talking the whole
Everyone
spectrum.
in the spectrum. Yes, parents.
Yeah, because I suppose monkey see, monkey do, isn't it?
Exactly.
It is. In Australia, being one of the countries that is classed as early adapters, so we're looking at about 88% of the population now using and owning smartphones. So that's massive. We've got 24 million people in the country, so that's huge, right?
So Moodoff Day, what are you trying to promote with that? Us getting rid of our mobile phones for the day, or
You just finished having one, right?
Yes.
End of Feb.
Yes, we just had the annual Awareness Day. It's now an International Awareness Day. It always takes place on the last Sunday of February. And it sees different people do different things to try to realise or succumb their addictions to their devices. And it's not just smartphones, but it's kind of the effects that these devices have in our lives. So we're not trying to sort of achieve the impossible of banning them, of saying, hey, like, live without your phone. It's just how we use the phones. Are they the first thing in the morning, the last thing at night? Okay. Do we have them, are we interacting with them while, during meals, while we're conversing with our children, our partners, our families, and young people who go out to spend time with each other, and they'll sit in there.
You were telling me before a great story about a little baby. Can you tell us that story?
And it's a little clip that's actually on the Moodoff Day Facebook page, and it's where the father's lying in the bed and just doing the phone, and the baby is of course so attracted by the lights and the colours of the screen, and sort of trying to sort of get a peek, and he was realising that, so he's kind of moving over to keep doing while he's trying to get this baby to sleep, and the baby of course just goes along and to try to keep seeing it, and it's just
and that's the reality. That's the reality.
Exactly.
Nirma, I know you have some teenage kids.
Yes.
What is the struggle with, trying to pull away that smartphone or getting some eye contact with your children?
The struggle is real.
Yes.
I can tell you that. And actually, I got my daughter a phone thinking that, now she's going to school and, for safety reasons as well.
Yeah, how old is she?
Well, she's 16 now, but when she got her phone was about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And but during the summer break, we've decided that we were having more family time with the grandparents, and my dad made the point, well, she's spending too much time on that. You should give her a break from it. And trying to get her to give me the phone was really challenging and difficult. She was like, how dare you? This is my phone. It's almost like saying, like, how dare you take my arm? Almost.
Wow.
And I found it really challenging because they almost feel like this sense of entitlement, like this is my phone, this is my life. It's like you're taking away my voice, almost.
Well, I suppose for teenagers it is.
Yes.
In reality,
It's
that's how they
identity.
communicate. Everything is done through their smartphone.
Can I take a step back? Because I think a lot of people will be watching and they may not even realize that there is such a thing as an addiction. Like it's easy when we look at drugs or alcohol to say, these are the symptoms for an addiction, but what would you even say is signs of addiction?
Yeah, I can tell you the signs of my daughter when I realized that this was an issue, that it was becoming like an addiction, and if I didn't take a step it could get worse. So what we decided to do is that we would take out the phone and put it away, like on the bench top or something. She would get it back. She was just constantly, oh no, I need to know what my friends are doing. We're like, they're on holiday.
FOMO.
Yeah,
Missing out.
FOMO, exactly. So then, cut story short, like at the end, what we decided to do was to take the phone and put it in the safe box, because no matter where we put it in the house, she will find it.
Wow.
And we locked it. And it was so bad, she had FOMO so bad that she would go to the safe and lay on the floor next to the safe and cry. And she was like, I can hear it going.
Oh, no.
What if someone's trying to contact me? And I'm like, so what? So, yeah, so then that's when I realized, well, I need to like really do something about it. You know, and have that conversation
and become involved
with her.
in this Moodoff Day
Yeah.
to help other parents
Yes.
with the same sort of concerns.
Yeah, and also it's mainly about bringing back, you know, just having a break, you know, and being more present. And we started having these conversations with her as a family. So I said, you know what, that's fine to have it, but it should not control your life. And then we talked about more in general, like, as a family, there's certain things that can control us. Yes, sometimes it's food, you know, people eat too much.
And how's she managing it now?
Now it's better. Like we had a really nice family dinner last night, and we said, we are going to have family time. We really want to have a nice family meal.
Right, so that's some tips there.
Yeah.
Have some family time. Take everyone, even the parents,
Yes.
get
the phone on
offline.
the
Including me.
table.
Yeah, including me. So we have a 2-story house. We said, leave the phones upstairs, come downstairs. We're going to have family time and a nice meal together.
You do that every day?
Yes, most of the time it
Most of
works.
the time,
yeah. So
What are some of the other
yeah,
things
what
that
are
we
some
could
other
do for
tips?
Moodoff Day?
for Moodoff Day, with teenage kids, prior to Moodoff Day, I told the kids that we were going to have a five hours where we will just leave our devices.
Oh, I can hear the teenagers' voices ringing out on that one.
Yes, and they were like looking at me like I was some kind of alien. But it was having those conversations early enough, and then putting things on the table and say, well, you know that this is coming up, because with kids you need to give them plenty of time so they don't feel like, you know, you're being too aggressive with them.
Because you might just push them away. They might run away because they don't get a smartphone.
Exactly. So we talked about some of the activities that we could do during Moodoff Day, you know, like a really nice breakfast.
Yeah, which is what you have, the breakfast before browsing.
Exactly. That's the
Everyone-
campaign.
People wake up and they're straight on their phone.
Exactly, and it's that habitual use. Rachel, you were talking about the symptoms of addiction, and like most addictions, like the anxiety that exists around not having it, or that that it already occurs. There's already a response there. That if we run out of battery, without that there's a need to use the phone, but just the fact it's out of battery or out of reception, people are in anxiety, and this is sort of indicative of that addictive sort of nature of the relationship with the phone.
But it
Also, an
affects
indication of
adults.
the world that we're living in, and
Yeah.
that's where we're at. We're dealing with children who are, obsessed with smartphones, obsessed with
Well,
technology.
they're getting them so early. You go through the supermarkets these days and there's toddlers on
Yeah.
phones. And yeah.
So it's a really great campaign. So how can people support Moodoff Day?
Now we are running different campaigns addressing different areas of where we see smartphones really affecting us in not necessarily positive ways. One is, of course, the texting with driving, and the fatalities and accident rate has now been since 2014.
Right.
It's smartphone use while driving
Yeah.
has beaten not wearing seatbelts in causes for fatalities.
Wow.
So it's
Is there
serious.
somewhere that
It's
people
serious.
can go to visit the
Yeah, the website.
Moodoff Day? Is there a website,
Sure.
or are you campaigning, or
We're
you can
campaigning.
sponsor?
We're raising funds to implement these campaigns.
So how are you
we've got a
raising the funds?
So we've got a GoFundMe campaign. So it's GoFundMe.com. Moodoff Day Smartphone Addiction.
GoFundMe campaign, Moodoff Day,
Smartphone Addiction.
smartphone addiction. Right.
And you can also find the link, of course, on the website, which is
We'll make sure those
moodoffday.org.
details are on the screen.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
And so like the more people we can reach, it's about everyone finding their own reality about their relationship with their phones, but where we're reaching out to is young children and in schools, the texting while driving, and of course the social etiquette, like
Yeah.
us actually being present with each other.
Which is what your
Like-
founder said. It's so interesting. Your founder actually talked about being present is such a foreign concept. We need to go back to the basics and talk to each other.
Yes.
Appreciate you both chatting with us, Erik and Nirma. And I think we've got something for you that you would totally complement the Moodoff Day concept. We have limited copies of Growing Up Social by Gary Chapman and Arlene Pellicane that we are giving away for free. So that's something you could have FOMO about. All you need to do is hit us up at hello@thetabletv.com and we will send it out to you. But now it's been an interesting ride on At the Table. We're still hired, not fired yet, but people have been hitting us on social media and via email, which is great. I thought the girls might like to hear what kind of feedback we're getting from our audience. So check this out. Andrew from Victoria says, I was bottle feeding my breastfed baby who's 11 days old.
Hold on. He was bottle feeding his baby
Let's
with
just go
breast
back.
milk.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. He can't breastfeed.
No, he can't breastfeed.
No, he can't. He's a male. Ugh. Anyway, he's an 11-day-old son. Good on ya. Helping my partner sleep at 4:30, which I was also flicking channels as you do. Where was the PlayStation? And came across an informative show. What a great find. Thanks so much for your production. We now are looking through YouTube to watch previous shows. Good on you. Shout out to the dads. Dad, for instance, Erik. How were you helping your wife, or were you on the phone at when you had a newborn?
Look, probably both, but I habitually was sort of getting up early, trying to get a little bit of work in before the baby was waking up, and of course she would, like guaranteed, wake up within 10 minutes. So I would often spend the early hours of the day with Lily, who, she was tiny then, and Mum got to sleep, and, I took her to the beach. I didn't just kind of do the PlayStation thing or anything like that.
Dad.
See, that's what we're talking
high
about.
five.
Props to Erik and props to
Probably
all the men out there who are doing a great job. This is what Alison wrote to us. I recently entered one of your competitions and am one of the lucky recipients of a consultation with Marion Mays, who's a financial guru. This sounds so cliche, but my session with Marion has truly changed my life. Marion not only focused on my financial situation, but mentored me to make decisions and changes to help me reach long-term goals. I previously had a great career, but without warning, becoming a single mother of three, Marion has given me direction, so now I feel more confident than ever. Sessions like this are not often attainable. But I thank you for hosting Marion, and again, if anyone wants to see Marion, check us out, thetabletv.com. We have to say goodbye. Thank you for the chat. Thank you
so
to
much
our
for
guests
having us.
again for having us. Moodoff Day is where it's at. Until next time, we hope you have an awesome week. God bless.